So hello, Hampton Roads. I am Jennifer Stimson and work at Remax Alliance on the Steve Dahl team. And today I have the privilege of bringing in Lisa Wynkoop with Atlantic Bay. I know many of you may have a lot of questions about getting loans right now, pre-approval, what that all looks like. So Lisa has agreed graciously to come on and answer some of our questions. So Lisa, thank you for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to help.
Great. So let's just jump right in. Where would you say that the market is right now? And what about the rates and kind of what you've been seeing happen with the rates currently?
So we're still seeing high demand from buyers. We're still seeing, limited inventory, as you know,
Right.
on your side.
Yes.
So there's still demand.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing historically low interest rates. That has not changed. So it is still a great time to buy and sell.
Mm-hmm.
In Hampton Roads.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
To see the rates kind of where they are.
Yeah.
What about handling loan applications and even closings right now,
Yes.
given their circumstances and social distancing and people not wanting to get out? How have you had to kind of pivot or change your strategies in regards to that?
Well, luckily with Atlantic Bay, our technology has been ahead. So we have always offered secure portals for documents to be uploaded. I can do, Zoom loan applications. I can do telephone loan applications. We can do secure online loan applications.
Okay.
And then in the closing piece, Atlantic Bay has really led the way in terms of e-closings. We were doing them, I think, over a year ago. So what we do right now is what's called a hybrid e-closing. So what we can do is the borrower has access to their documents electronically on the day of closing. They can sign most documents other than maybe 3 or 4 documents that have to be recorded at the courthouse. And the note has to be an original signature. And the way that most of our title companies and attorneys are handling that piece of it to comply with social distancing is those few documents can be handed, on curbside through their car window. And they sign and then they're notarized and they can be on their way. So it's a matter of a few minutes and very limited contact.
Okay,
so
that
keeps everybody safe. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay, great. Now, I think there may be some who are concerned, maybe they were planning on applying for a loan, and now you've got borrowers who have been laid off or furloughed temporarily. So, what are you doing about that currently?
So that is the challenge right now. I do have loans in process where a borrower or a co-borrower has been furloughed or laid off. Depending on if I can, in a couple instances, I've been able to rework the loan and just use one of the borrower's income and debts, and that worked out.
Okay.
For borrowers that are looking for homes right now, if one of the borrowers is furloughed or laid off and we need the income to qualify, they definitely have to be back on the job, and we have to be able to verify that they're receiving their full-time pay. So that can either be the form of a paycheck that shows their full-time hours or a verification. It just really depends on the type of loan, but we're definitely working with our clients to make the best outcome that we can. But it's a case-by-case situation based on the loan guidelines.
All right. Now, if they happen to get back going again with their job, are you needing multiple pay stubs to come back in and kind of get things back on track, or is it a matter of just kind of being able to show they have been reinstated, so to speak?
Yeah, basically show that they've been reinstated or receiving their full-time pay again.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm hearing some things about credit scores. So what about people with credit scores that are maybe under 640? Are you still able to offer government programs such as the VA and FHA loans?
So Atlantic Bay has always been a common sense underwriter. Underwriting is, we like to make loans where if we can prove that the borrower can pay, we will make the loan. So we are continuing to do government loans, FHA and VA, with credit scores less than a 640. However, we do want to see that they have a pattern of savings. So we've implemented 4 months bank statements. So we're requiring to see 4 months bank statements to show that a borrower actually has saved their money and that they have at least 2 months payments in the bank after closing.
Okay.
So there are some other guidelines in place with that, but we are still doing make sense loans. So if it's common sense and we can get it done, if somebody had an issue in the past and that's why their score is low, but they've been able to save and they don't have huge payment shock, then we can definitely help them.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, now what about you know, offering that first time buyer loans for those that haven't bought a home before, it's their first time coming in. How can you help them now?
So some lenders in the area have stopped doing the first time home buyer loans. Atlantic Bay, we are still offering first time home buyer loans through VHDA. And we are also offering the Home Ready and Home Possible through Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Different guidelines for different programs. We can still offer 0 down, we can offer grants, we can offer super low interest rates with 3% down. So it really just depends on the borrower and their qualifications. There are income limits they can't exceed, and there are credit score parameters that they have to meet. On those programs, it must be a 640 or higher.
Okay. All right. So what about a buyer who is having some issues with their credit scores? What advice do you have for them?
So my advice was to someone who has bruised credit, we call it.
Okay.
Contact your loan officer. Don't be afraid to make that phone call, and let's get you on the path to homeownership, because it might not be immediate, but there are plans for 30, 60, 90 days, sometimes 6 months down the road. And we are happy to do that. That's our favorite thing, is to get a borrower onto the path of homeownership and really help them, help them with their credit and give them advice on what should be paid, maybe what should be paid down, maybe a new secured credit card, maybe it's just time that needs to pass. So really consult with the loan officer.
Okay, great. Those are all really good ideas. All right, so if someone is just wondering, like, would I even qualify for a loan? How can they know whether or not they would potentially qualify?
Again, call us, call your loan officer. We would love to help and give them advice. Really be surprised at the programs out there, especially for renters. Rents are really high right now, and low, super low interest rates. You could own something for less than what you're paying in rent.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think everybody realizes that.
I know. You and I have helped people do that.
Yes, we have. Recently, in fact. Yes, we have. All right. Well, Lisa, I appreciate you jumping on with us today. I look forward to future meetings where we can jump on and discuss maybe a certain loan program a little more in depth. I'm certainly open to any questions that are, that you might have, Hampton Roads, as you watch this video. If there's other things that you would like to know in regards to the lending world, you could let one of us know. We'd love to do some future videos with you as well. Lisa, if somebody would like to reach out to you and discuss one of these items a little more in depth with you, what is the best way for them to reach you?
So they can leave a message on this link, or they can contact me at atlanticbay.com/Lisa Wynkoop, or they can always call Atlantic Bay, or my cell is 322-0993.
Great. And I can vouch for Lisa. She gets back to you so quickly. I love that about her. I can't recommend you enough to people that I come into contact with on a daily basis. I'm always throwing your name in the loop. All right. So Hampton Roads, we hope you are doing well. Stay safe. If I can be a further resource to you, please don't hesitate to, like she said, you can drop a message below this video. You can find me on Facebook at Real Estate with Jennifer Stimson. But we hope you're being safe. We hope you're well, and we hope you all have a blessed day. Thanks again, Lisa.
Take care. Thank you.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.